Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we have to all the things that we have discussed about our last class. Let's continue the things. So here, controller send the data to service. So first you have to add the auto-where. Auto-where. You have to write it over here. Private student service. Student service. Okay, you have to write this student service like this. Now here I'm going to save the record. So we have to write first one public, create the method which is a string save student. Okay. Now here what I did here is here record. So request mapping. So you have to request body. Just a request body. You have to write here. The data is coming via which one? Save this one coming here. Okay, so here save data. So when you save the data, this is the API. So name, address, phone number. So you have to implement that over here. This detail you have to call it over here. What I did here is you call it over here. Student save here this one video. When the record is coming front end, it's passing to here. Video, we have to create the object student save video. Right. Now here this one we are sending to where what the record is coming from the front end here. Okay, API request. It is sending to you have to create the variable string student name st name equal you have to create the way create it here is get this one student saved ETO dot add student you have to give them an add student you have to write it over here you have to write this one. Okay, it's coming here. What the data is coming here, it's sending to here, it goes to the other service you are passing to the service. So here we have to not sorry this one this service you have to pass it over here. Okay, so once the record is coming from the front end, so this record we are sending to a student service. There is a method which is a add student. Okay, so click on this valve symbol, create the method inside the student service. So student service, this is student service. Here this is student service. You have to add it. Now we have to create it. Okay, so let's back to over here. Now we have to write a return. You have to write this student name. You have to return. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Okay, that's the things you have to write it here. Now what I did here is student service, the student service. Okay, this is student service. After that, we have to write the the method is coming here. You only do the implementation only here. We have to do the student IMPL. What I did here is do it here is you have to do the implementation part. Implementation part, out implementation part, you have to write the implements keyword. Which one I'm going to implement? This student service. Student service. Now you have implemented first one you have to write it over here. This one should be the service, but add the service annotation. After that, this is not error. Click on this. The bulb symbol it asks to implement the method. We have only one method is add student. You have to implement this one. Now this error go away. Now there is no error here. So all this will take care of it. Okay. This is how the flow works. Now all the record is what the records coming from the front end. This record is passing to here. Now these records we have to add into the database via the DTOs convert into the entity, the schema to add the record. So this is a query writing, which is a repo. So how to handling this one? First you have to write it over here. Okay, what is the thing you have to write it? First you have to write the create a variable student, the student entity. So student entity here, student entity create the object student equal. This one click on this, press control plus enter. So control plus alt plus enter. Sorry, import the class student class. This student class. Okay, equal, you have to write new student, you have to get the value one by one from the DTO student, get student name, comma, DTO dot, so this DTO, okay, this is all the get and set method, it is take care of this annotation. Okay, so get one by one, student save DTO dot get student address, comma, student save DTO dot get phone number. That's it. That's the thing we have to write it. Okay, this is how we have to write it. Now here we have to go to the student repo. We have to enter student repo. This record we have to save into the database. Okay, so this is the entity. We have to convert as an entity format. So we have to create this class here, create the object of the entity class. So this what are the values you are receiving from the student DTO, save DTO. So all the value you are getting. Okay, getting this all the DTO you are getting, and we have to send it to this format. So here what I did here is we have to write the SQL query. Now what I'm going to do is here we have to go to the interface. You have to import the extend. You have to write extends. You have to write it over here. JPA repository. Okay, this one. Very important. Here we have to add the table. Which table we have to add the query, which is a student. The entity. This entity student. And the primary key which is the id, student id, so id, so write it here, but it is a format which is an integer format, that's the integer format, that's it. If it is long you have to make it as long because this is an integer, so it make it as integer. If it is long you have to make it as here also in long. That's the thing you have to write. That's it. That's the thing you have to do it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we have successfully have to add these things. Now let's add the record into the database. So what I'm going to do is here, so write it category, we have to add the annotation auto private student repo student repo student repo dot save. You write this one, paste it over here, this object that convert as a entity format you are passing here, you have to call it. After that add the record and return info where you have to write this one, this student dot add the record and dot get name. After the record, the added student name should be pop up. Okay, that's the things here, right? Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. So here, let's run the application and check it. Okay, it's working. Now let's open up the Postman and check out whether it's working fine or not. Now let's open up the Postman. Let's check the request. So here, how to check the request? So here you can see here you have write HTTP colon slash. So you have to have the API localhost port, which number port is running, which port running. You can see the port over here. Otherwise, you can go to check the port. What the port you gave. This is a port running here. This one. Just copy this port. This is a port. Okay, 80, 82. Okay, 80, 82. 80, 82. What's the API request slash? This is the API request. You just copy it, paste it over here. Now this one should be the post request. Body row. You write it there. What's the things? Name. You have to write the JSON format. Key. This value. John, comma, address, India, comma, phone number. Write it over here. Something like that. Now you can see here this API, all the formats are correct or not. You let me check it. Right, did you save? This is student name, not this out the same value you have given here. Then it should be work. What I give here, the same thing. So these are the values are coming from the front end, passing to the controller. This endpoint. You see, it's endpoint. Here write the save method. The save method. Now we are not doing the save method so far. So we have to create the save method. So we have asked create method. We haven't given the endpoint over here. Only this one, this one we have given. So the endpoint is coming to here we have coming here. Save student. The save student, what I'm going to do is here. You have set the endpoint. So how to save the record. So outright, which is a which mapping, which is a post mapping. You have post mapping. You have write post mapping. Here you write path. Sorry, not params, path. When you search the record only, we have to do the params. Path. You have to implement the save. That's the thing you have write. Now let's run and run the query. Okay, so the endpoint API version student, you just copy this. You already paste it over here. You just save. After that, this save endpoint mean we already done. There's no error. You can see the same endpoint. You can see the same endpoint over here. Here, endpoint. Now let's see everything is creating. Okay, so after create the name, you have to make this one as an update. Already we have created the database. Otherwise, we created again database, so that we have to update. Once I create the database, you have to make as this one update. When the first time we have database creation, we have to do the create. After created, you have to make this update. Otherwise, if it is keep always true create, after you execute the code again you have to run the program. The database again recreate. Okay, existing database it will be destroy and create it again. So that after create the database, you have to make this one as an update. Now let's check it off whether it's working fine or not. Post method, flex save button. Is John is displayed, record is saved in the database. Now let's check it, refresh it. Now you can see here the insert into student. Here successfully return the insert query from which one? Hibernate. Okay, so this is coming from your repo. Here if you are where it is coming inside database student service repo, you can see we are calling the student repo save. So repo save method which will be written all the data, address, phone number, this all things it will be written. When the ID is auto increment, after the rest of the three fields will be we are do it. Record is added into the database. Now we'll be checking whether it's working fine or not. Okay, this one. Open it here. John is a student name, address India, and phone number. Again, I'm going to add another record, which is a Peter, India, something, the phone number, click send button. Here again, you have to go and check it whether it's working fine or not. Again, refresh it, it's working. I hope you guys you understood things. Okay, how to save that. Okay, so if I save the record, it return to the we have returned to the get name, so that the get name will be passing to here. Okay, it passing to the controller. What's the get name? You are coming here, this variable will be written. Okay, here what's the things you are written, it's coming to here. sending to here, return coming to here at the student and coming to here, you will return the student name. That's it. Okay, now this is your, you can see this is your, which one? Your code. You again you have to insert the record, again it will be return the code. Okay, simple. I hope you guys you understood things well. I will continue my next video tutorial. Thank you for watching.